Hi everyone, it's me Lubna. Today is Thursday, September 12th, 2024. This video is dedicated to my beloved, and the topic of this video is going to be about fostering the positive as a means of solving our problems. So in August, I read this book, Power versus Force: The Hidden Determinants of Human Behavior, by the psychiatrist and spiritual teacher David Hawkins, MD, PhD. And I've already made several videos about what I learned from this book, but I wanted to make another one today based on something that I read in this book, which was on my mind this morning. So there's this one paragraph that I'm going to read aloud to you, and then I'll discuss it in further depth. Here it goes. Successful solutions are based on the powerful principle that resolution occurs not by attacking the negative, but by fostering the positive. Recovery from alcoholism cannot be accomplished by fighting intoxication, but rather by choosing sobriety. The war to end all wars did no such thing, nor could it possibly have done so. Wars, including wars on vice, drugs, or any of the basic human needs regularly traded for in the great hidden social marketplace that underlies conventional commerce, can only be won by choosing peace. So that is the paragraph, and as I read this paragraph, I thought about how a lot of us try to solve our problems by attacking the problem or by obsessing over the problem. And I feel like this is particularly true on a larger scale in society, for example, in politics. As we know right now, this year is election year in the United States, and I've noticed that a lot of politicians in general, not only in the United States, but perhaps in other places in the world, try to solve problems by attacking the problem or by attacking the opponent, rather than thinking about new and beautiful things and ideas to add to society. And I feel like it's been a very long time since the world has had leaders like that who add rather than attack. And this morning I actually came up with an analogy of what it means to attack one's problems versus fostering the positive in order to solve one's problems. And I'm not sure if somebody else has already come up with this analogy, but I just thought of it out of the blue this morning, and this is the analogy. So imagine that you have a long, thin pipe, and in the middle of the pipe there's an obstruction. And there are many ways that you can try to get rid of the obstruction. You can try to pry it out with some tool or with your fingers, or you can try to push it out, or you can try to wash something through the pipe to get rid of it. And I automatically think of our digestive tract, as I have a background in medicine with 3 years of medical school, and I'm currently taking a nutrition class actually. And I just think about how in order to wash out our intestines, we have to wash something through them in order to get rid of anything that might be stuck there or might be sitting there. Similar to a pipe, we have to get rid of it effectively by washing something through the pipe. And that is kind of like an analogy for how we can effectively solve our problems. It's not by trying to get rid of the problem, by pulling it out and struggling against it. It's by washing something through it that will help to alleviate the problem once and for all, that will coat your pipe or for example, your digestive tract with something new and clean to get rid of whatever is causing the problem. And similarly, let's say somebody has a problem with drugs or tobacco use or alcohol. If they're always thinking about that problem and feeling bad and feeling sorry for themselves and always having on their mind, oh, I need to stop drinking, or I need to stop smoking, or I need to stop taking drugs, then they're always going to be thinking about it, and it has the opposite effect actually of making them want the thing more and perhaps worsening the problem, making it worse than it was before. But if you find a distraction or something else to kind of take over the place of that problem in your life. For example, if you notice that you're smoking or doing drugs or drinking when you feel a certain way, if you come up with something else to take over the place of that substance in your life, like whenever you start feeling that way, you could read a book or play music or take a walk. When you find something else positive to take over that negative thing in your life, then you end up actually solving the problem. So that's what I mean by fostering the positive and focusing on positive ways to kind of overtake your problems rather than attacking those problems and obsessing over those problems. That's what I mean by trying to fill your life with the beautiful and the good and the positive that will ultimately overcome and overtake whatever is wrong in your life and cover it up and get rid of it once and for all. And I believe that that is an effective way for us all to solve our problems. So I encourage you to try to think of fostering the positive in your own life and trying to solve whatever might be bothering you or whatever you might be dealing with, like any addictions or bad habits. And try to replace those by fostering the positive and by adding new and beautiful things that can take over the place of those things in your life. So that is my message today, and with that, I'd like to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.